Hello, boys and girls. I'm back again to read what I think is going to be the end of our book. So we're reading the case of Hermie and the missing hamster. Our last chapter was chapter 8. And Jigsaw Jones, towards the end of the chapter, discovered that he needed to go back and look and see whether Hermie's hamster cage, whether the top of it was secure, and if that was something that was a way that maybe he got out of the cage. So we're going to continue reading chapter 9. This is called The Phony Clue. Okay, class, Miss Gleason said. It's organization time. You know your jobs. At last, the school day was almost over. Now, all we had to do was get ready for tomorrow. We had to clean up, sharpen our pencils, and get our coats. Plus, some kids had special jobs at the end of the day. There were board cleaners and book checkers, chair putter-uppers and closet neateners and homework checkers. The best job was zookeeper, but our gerbil died a few weeks ago, so now we were the only second grade class in the whole school without a pet. We didn't need a zookeeper anymore. I had a free day, so I neatened up my desk super fast. I raised my hand. Miss Gleason, I said. Miss Gleason came over to my desk. Thank you for raising your hand, Theodore, Miss Gleason said. And, by the way, she whispered, how's the matter of your investigation coming along? Not so great, I said. I threw up on Jake O'Brien's sneakers yesterday. Oh, no, Miss Gleason answered. That's not fun. And I have another problem, I told her, that I needed to find a phone number. That's not a problem, she said. It is, I answered, if you don't know how. Miss Gleason walked to her desk. Here's a picture, and she's going to bring him something. There, she's got her hand on it. I'm going to tell you what it is. Mrs. Gleason walked to her desk and pulled out a big phone book. She explained, phone books are in 2 parts, Theodore. The first part is called the White Pages. It lists the phone numbers and all the people who live in our area. She flipped through the book. This other section is called the Yellow Pages. See? The pages are yellow. It lists the phone number for all the businesses. Super, I said. Can you tell me the phone number for World of Reptiles? Now remember, everyone, World of Reptiles was the store that he went to at first to ask the storekeeper questions about snakes. Miss Gleason said, no, she said, you have to look it up yourself. And she handed me the book. Everything is in alphabetical order, she said, by category. Category, I asked? This wasn't turning out so hot. Yes, what kind of business is World of Reptiles? Is it a restaurant? Do they serve lizard stew? Miss Gleason laughed at her joke. I didn't laugh. I told Miss Gleason that it was the name of a pet store. Then you can start looking up under P for pets. Oh, brother. Teachers. Try to get a simple answer and all you do is get more work. By the time I found the phone number, it was nearly time to go. I put on my jacket and lined up for the bell. I found a note inside my pocket. It was in code. And it went like this. The code had all these numbers. 28, 9, 19, 9, 19, 1, 6, 1, 11, 5, 3, 12, 21, and 5. And if you'll notice, everyone, let me hold this a little bit closer. Got it just right. There are little stars in between portions of it, and that breaks up the word. Let me finish reading to you, and then we're going to figure the code out together. I know the note was for Mila. She was always testing my brain power. Whoopsie. Here we go. I'd seen a code like this before. It is called a substitution code. All you had to do was write out the alphabet, and you had to write the numbers 1 to 26 underneath each letter, and they worked together in pairs. Each number in Mila's code stood for a letter. I solved it on the bus. Okay, I'm going to pause And we're going to solve this code together, but I want to show you something. Here is the substitution code. And boys and girls, you guys remember doing this for our mystery story that we did with Linda. So A is 1, B is 2, 3 is C, and so on. So what we're going to do is solve for the code, which I have already done. So I'm going to write the letters in here. I'll turn it this way. Let me see if I can get you. You know what? You wait right there, and I'm going to write it out. T H I S. First word, T-H-I-S. This. Second word, I-S. Is. Third word, Fourth word, F-A-K-E. Fake. Last word, C-O-D-E. Code. So Mila wrote him a code, and it says, when you do it all out, you break it all out like this. Turn the camera. This is a fake code. So she was just trying to test his brain power. When he figured it out on the school bus, he scribbled a quick message to Mila, and he figured that he'd put it in her desk tomorrow. And it looked like this. It's a picture of a phone plus a 3. I want you guys to break that code. Chapter 10, Another Fine Mess. There it is. There's a picture of a vacuum cleaner on there. I wonder why. I called World of Reptiles right after school. The pet store owner was very nice. She told me everything I needed to know. Then I raced over to Wingnut's house. There wasn't any time to lose. Is your mom home? I asked Wingnut. Nope, Wingnut said she went food shopping. Good, I said. Jake? Jake's in his room. Loud music throbbed from behind Jake's door. I hesitated. Do you think it's safe? Wingnut nodded. Jake said he never wants to be in the same room with you again. Fine with me, I said. We have to work fast. I think I know where Hermie is. Wingnut was thrilled until I told him where. I don't know, Jigsaw. My mom might actually get really mad. It's a brand new vacuum cleaner. I looked at him. Do you want to find Hermie or not? Wingnut was still nervous, but he brought the vacuum cleaner into the living room. Anyway, do you guys know, can you make a prediction about what he's going to do, what they're going to do with the vacuum cleaner, and why they think that's important? What you think about it? We're going to keep up the meeting. The clues had been in front of me all the time. The vacuum cleaner, the super clean bedroom, the wobbly hamster lid. It explained it again, and I explained it again to Wingnut. Listen, pal, it all makes sense. I leaned closer to him and whispered in his ear. I just talked on the phone with the lady from World of Reptiles, and she told me that hamsters are really good squeezers. They can squeeze through the tiniest holes. That lid of yours wasn't on tight enough, I said. That's how Hermie escaped. Wingnut was nervous. But what does Mom's vacuum cleaner have to do with it? Think, Wingnut. Jake said that your mom's been vacuuming everything in sight. There isn't a speck of dust in your room. That was a clue. I bet that your mom vacuumed in there around the same time Hermie escaped. Wingnut looked at the vacuum cleaner. You don't think? I nodded. I think Hermie's in the vacuum cleaner. Opening up the vacuum cleaner wasn't easy. There were a few weird latches that I didn't understand. I tried prying it open with the screwdriver, but that didn't work. Have you got a hammer? I asked. Oh, no. This is what it looks like. I'm not sure Jigsaw Jones's mom is going to be very happy about them doing that to her brand new vacuum cleaner. Well, a few good whacks did the job. Unfortunately, it did a little too good of a job. Parts of the vacuum cleaner shattered, sending pieces of plastic flying through the air. Jigsaw! Wingnut exclaimed, be careful. I looked at Wingnut. It seemed like he might start to cry again. Don't worry, buddy, I said. With a little tape, it'll be as good as new. I emptied the vacuum bag on the carpet. Dust flew everywhere. We'll clean this mess up later, I said. Let's start looking for Hermie. We were finished in 10 minutes. We found 2 toys from Wingnut Star Wars collection, Chewbacca and R2-D2. We found 6 rubber bands and a paper clip. We found a purple crayon and half a Ken Griffey baseball card. And we even found hamster hair. But we didn't find Hermie. Unfortunately, Mrs. O'Brien found us, sitting on the rug, surrounded by dirt and dust and broken plastic. The vacuum cleaner was in pieces. I can't really blame her for screaming. So now we know the vacuum cleaner, that the hamster did not get into the vacuum cleaner. So, cross that off the list. Chapter 11, the Achoo Clue. Box of tissues there. We heard Mila coming even before she knocked, and she was singing again. Where is short I, where is short I, here I am, I am in a big fig, silly Rick and pig wig, Where is short, oh, where is short, oh, here I am, I am in a hot pot, rocky top and stop clock, oh, 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 oh. Hi, guys. She saw our sad faces. What's wrong? I'm in big trouble, Wingnut said, and it's all his fault. I said I was sorry about 1,000,000 times, I complained. Mila looked around. Hey, where's your hamster cage? I'm keeping Sammy in my parents' room, Wingnut said. I think he's safer there. He didn't listen to them. He was trying to think. The snake didn't get Hermie. The vacuum cleaner didn't get Hermie. Where could he be? Mila leaned against the closet door and sneezed, achoo! And then she sneezed again. I wasn't in a very good mood. Mila, I snapped. Could you please stop sneezing? I'm trying to think. Mila folded her arms. I can't help it, Jigsaw. You know I'm allergic to fur. I always sneeze if I get too close to it. But there isn't any fur in my room, Wingnut said. Hermie's gone, and so is Sammy. Mila sneezed again. Well, she sniffed. Something is making me sneeze. Mila and I looked at each other. We shouted at once, Hermie! The search was on. Wingnut looked under the bed, and I took the closet. Mila searched through the toy chest, and we didn't find a thing. We were about to give up when I had an idea. A crazy idea, a wonderful, fantastic crazy idea. Have you guys ever heard of metal detectors, I asked. Mila spoke up. Sure, people use them to find old coins and stuff like that. If the detector comes near metal, it beeps. That's right, I said. Mila said, So, we've got a hamster detector right here. But instead of beeping, it sneezes. I answer, it's you, Mila. It's worth a try. Mila slowly walked around the room. She didn't sneeze until she got near the closet. Achoo! Stop! I yelled. Mila sneezed again. Achoo! She got down on her hands and knees, and then she really started sneezing like crazy. And I got down next to her. All 3 of us crawled into the closet. Mila put her nose next to a poster tube that was lying on the floor, and she sneezed on it 3 times. I looked inside, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm going to show you the picture, see if you can look at what they found. Oh. I patted Wingnut on the back. Guess what, pal? We found Hermie. But there's just one thing you should know, I said. Hermie is a she. Wingnut looked into the tube, and he saw Hermie nested inside the tube, feeding baby hamsters. Wingnut was confused. If Hermie is a she, then Sammy is a he, Mila added. We left Wingnut alone in his room. He was happy cooing into the cardboard tube. Happy birthday, little guys, he gently whispered. I'm going to show you again because I think it's so cute. And they discovered and they found Hermie. And Hermie's a she. And she has babies. Chapter 12. This is the last chapter. Student of the week. A week later, I walked into World of Reptiles. Remember, that's the name of that store. I was singing a new song that I just made up. Where is Hermie? Where is Hermie? Here I am. Here I am. I am in a new cage, loving all my babies. Hermie. Hermie. Hello again, said the nice lady. You seem happy today. Oh, I am, I said. I'm very happy. I told her about the hamster babies, and I thanked her for all the help. So what brings you here, she asked. Supplies, I said. My teacher and I are cooking up a surprise for the whole class. The school bell rang, but I waited outside the classroom door. It was part of a secret plan. I could hear Mrs. Gleason talking to the class. Settle down, boys and girls, said Miss Gleason. As you know, Black Fang, the gerbil, died recently. If you remember, back in a couple of chapters ago, it said that their gerbil had died, their class pet. It was a sad time for all of us, but today, Theodore and I have a special surprise for you. Miss Gleason opened the door. Come in, Theodore. I walked in, holding the surprise in my arms. Now, I'm going to pause here for a minute, and I want you to think about and see if you can guess what the surprise is. What is Theodore bringing in? All right, I'm going to keep reading. Let's see if your prediction was correct. I walked in, holding the surprise in my arms. No one could tell what I had because it was hidden under a sheet. I smiled at Mila, and she was the only person who knew about the secret. Children, Miss Gleason said, I'd like you to meet our new class members. Ta-da! And she pulled off the sheet. I was holding a brand new hamster cage inside. And inside, there were 2 baby hamsters, gifts from Wignut O'Brien. Everyone cheered and hooted. Theodore, please put our new friends on our back shelf. Everyone watched as I walked to the back of the room. Miss Gleason said, Class, I think Theodore deserves a big round of applause because it was all his idea. The kids cheered again, even louder than before. I was proud, and so was Mila. It couldn't have happened without her help. Sure, she was still allergic to hamsters, but Mila said it wasn't a problem if she didn't get too close to them. And here's a picture of them bringing the new baby hamsters into their class. Children look pretty excited. The only bad thing about me was Mila could never be the zookeeper. One last thing, Miss Gleason said. I've decided to name Theodore Student of the Week. She handed me a piece of paper with beautiful squiggly lines all around. Miss Gleason called it a certificate. When I sat down at the table, everyone at my table wanted to look at it. Mila read it out loud. Student of the Week. Theodore Jones has been named Student of the Week because he gave room 201 2 pet hamsters. Thanks for helping to make our classroom a nicer place. I am so proud of you. Congratulations. Mila put down the certificate and smiled. I looked around. Everybody was smiling, even Miss Gleason. Good old Wingnut, I thought. It was nice of him to give us those hamsters. But now the case was closed. I needed a new mystery to solve. Somehow I knew there would be one. There always was one. And like I said before, I make problems go away. And there are always problems. Missing cupcakes, stolen baseball mitts, lost hamsters. There will always be a need for me, Jigsaw Jones, Private Eye. That is the end of our chapter book, our mystery book. So, we've come to find out that the hamster did escape, probably on its own, and went off to have its babies. Hope you enjoyed the book. I'll be choosing another one really soon. Goodbye, everyone.